Merry Christmas. I'm sitting here watching World War II shit. Leningrad. I just want to talk about if some of y'all are out there struggling. When we struggle, we get drunk. And what we mean by that is when we allow our emotions to get in the way because, I've done everything in my willpower. In order to get better, you got to devote all that you have to do that. That's why half measures availed us nothing. That's what it says in AA. And that's even in your little secret societies. But the people out here in the real world, the regular people, they don't understand what I mean by, when you tell business owners, look, if you sit down and look at your character defects, then you'll get better. You are stupid. We're not doing no businesses like recovery. You are stupid. It's like, but your anatomy is a business. Okay? The whole world is created off of the anatomy. All right? And my whole point is I'm still affiliated with certain things that one of them I'm just going to have to take by force. Real power's not given, it's taken. And I don't want to do that. But I know the world that's coming. Okay? There's nothing more embarrassing and humiliating than working your ass off, busting your ass, and still not having real money to spend on Christmas. But even though that's what we shouldn't be doing, but you're forced into it. So for people struggling with drugs and alcohol, they're going into the holidays and, it's like me. I know it's not real. It's an illusion, but you still have to partake in this system. And my three children, besides what I've spent on family and then on them, somebody bought, it was, it doesn't matter. They might watch this, the other ones, but I don't give a shit. This is the first. I really haven't seen my children that much. I see my youngest daughter. My oldest is married, but I'm just talking about the young ones. Since the separation, it's just gone by relationship with any of them. Don't have it with the family. But anyways, my daughter's boyfriend, which is pretty much her soulmate, they had a baby. But he comes in last night wearing a pair of $500 Air Jordans. Her boyfriend. Real quick, somebody in my ex's circle is literally affiliated with hundreds of millions of dollars, which is cool, but it's still not real. And see, God knows what my boy's gonna get and my daughter. If the damn boyfriend of my daughter gets a pair of $500 Jordans, and I'm not knocking them. I'm just simply saying, if you're a boy, would you want to fucking come home to, he's crazy, your daddy's crazy, he's stupid, and he said it. And it always turns into this, hey, I'll be home tomorrow, I'll be there all week. Hey, I'll be there tomorrow, I'll be there the rest of the week. Hey, it's Sunday, I gotta go back to mom's. Even though he ain't even been here. And he knows what's going on. But the power that's around him, it outweighs, the childish nature is what he gravitates to, because that childish nature it's in every person. They don't know what it means to get real. They don't know what it means to deny the world, because they've always obeyed it. They've always done what the TV tells them to do. They've always followed image, status, and they're ignorant as shit. You know, but that's what I'm dealing with right now. You know, because I mean, even if you get sober, that ain't good enough for any one person around you. They have no idea the struggle that you're going through. But yet they're going to look at you because you give people crumbs for holidays or birthdays or don't even pay attention to shit because it's not real. So you get ridiculed because you focus on you. You know, knowledge is power. It's even in scripture. You know, but it's you know, because my journey is not mine, it's my higher powers. But I mean, it was built with messengers, and people don't want to hear that. They can't hear it. They can't even understand it. If it's not 5-year-old childish gibberish shit on gadgets, and it doesn't make them feel good and laugh and go, hey, that tastes so good, then fuck you, Matt. We're children, Matt. We're not smart enough to understand anything other than, you see where I went to school. Yeah, but look at your life. Did you see where I went to school? Look at what you eat and drink. Do you see what I went to school? Your children are sick because you give them poisons, toxins, arsenic. Do you see where I went to school? We wipe our ass with your diplomas. Do you see our church? Do you not see all of us playing childish games every day? I do. But like today, starting today, the shadow, if you put a sundial out there, it'll be the shadow. If you mark it every day, it'll be going north for 180 days into June 21st, into the summit. Remember, this is the chambers of the south today, like it says in Job. Chambers of the south. This is the furthest it can go today. That's it. And then it'll start its journey up. And if you could look at it, it would look like a teepee or a pyramid without the capstone on it, because it can't go completely up that far. Summit, summer. That means its circuit is shorter. That's why it's more daylight where you're at, where I'm at, all fucking day long. And then that's why, where's it at in Alaska right now? There's nothing but darkness. You would think somehow fucking flying through space. I even hate talking about it because it's so childish. Any one time there would be fucking light flying by the earth as it's spinning. Just go get a ball and turn on lights and you'll see the same effect. It would be flying by the earth on both sides. It would always be lit up every fucking where you went, everywhere. It would be shaded on the other side, but it wouldn't be dark. But that's irrelevant. I'm not here to talk about that. It's just, you know, you'll never be alone when you really chase your higher power. You know, it took a lot of failure to get to this mindset of it is what it is. And people are like, I hate that shit. It's the truth. It ain't gonna change. Allowing those individuals rent inside my head, then I lose. Then I'm behind enemy lines in my head. That's why I keep telling people, man, you gotta put on the full armor of body of God, like it says. And you gotta learn how to squash that childish consciousness. Okay? Of, you know, and people, they just get upset because I don't partake in shit. And it's like, I'm not fucking doing it. They've made a holiday out of making trillions of dollars, and that's it. It has nothing to do with God. It has everything to do with geocentric today. All of it. Geometry, geography, geocentric. Heliocentric. Because Helios is going to be the sun. And in this realm, they worship the sun. So they're going to center it around the sun, S-U-N, although it's not what y'all think. Children can't fucking look. Children can't go look up. Children won't listen. Children just sit there and go, you know, see our jobs, huh? We're lining up to get shit stuck in us because that's all we have ever known. And we're slaves, and we're not going to admit it, Matt, because we are this Ahriman spirit that you speak of. But we are not going to do an in-depth research to find out if our soul has already been sucked dry from Satan through Ahriman and Alku and Medea, which is Media, and Mother Circe, which is Pharmakia. You in it. Numbers mean sorcery, and Saturn is the god of numbers. And we have addresses, social numbers, birth certificates, checking accounts, credit cards. You're a slave. Did I say, look at my job? Did I say, look at how many of us have built this satanic structure with blatantly a geocentric Metatron that's sucking in a magnetic field to give it free power and energy, but we never fucking question those symbols because we're stupid. It's our money. Did I just say that? Do you see where I went to school? That's all they have. Hey, Google. That's all they have. That's it. They're stupid. They're beyond fucking stupid. I tried to get my boy into so much shit there for a while. I tried to get him into, like, you know, BMX. Santa brought him a damn Haro bike, badass bike. You know, of course, nobody really likes it. And so I started rollerblading, you know, going down to the local park in Chattanooga. And then eventually it just fell through. You know, got him some clubs, golf clubs. You know, I'm like, look, you've got to find one thing, really. Sports are horrible. They teach you to be a coward. You're tying in Disney with the parents. Don't you yell at my son. Even though I let him watch pedophilia stuff every night, don't you fucking yell at my son, because I'm a child too. It's horrible. There's nothing to be learned from that shit now. So I've told him to find something. You know, so he goes out there, and I'm blasting him, though, like a fucking real mentor should. And I guess he doesn't like it. None of them else like it either. And it's like, I just had 9 years by people fucking doing me the same way. And then eventually you learn how all that talk that you think is hurting your feelings, it's building you. But I did. I tried to get him in some shit, took him with us on some walking trips, you know. Because he goes hunting with somebody and, you know, it's like, yeah, but hunting's not even real. Let's say it all stopped. It would be gone. Everybody'd starve to death because they think meat's where it's at, and it's not. You just sit there, you know, knowing the seasons in the earth and all that, and that's where it's at. Because there's enough food that we should know about, but we don't. You know, you got to... All you need is springs, water, and all that, but they've corrupted the skies and all that shit, so. But anyways, you know, he goes hunting and stuff, and we were out there walking through a creek, showing him stuff, and then there was a big black snake, and he just, he's like, that's the first time I've ever seen a snake. I said, no, it fucking ain't. You held one over here in the park. The old boy had one, and he was 5. But my whole thing is, it's like, how can you be a fucking hunter and be afraid of snakes? You learning that shit from somewhere. You are who you are around. I'm not saying they're cowards. I'm just saying, you know, it's like the other day, old boy at the golf course walked over there and picked one of them black snakes up and threw it in the woods because they're trying to kill them. And the guy's a dick, but I still respect everybody, and he's right. And I agree with him. Because there's some armadillos out there, and they shot 2 of them, and it's like, you fucking dicks. But they fuck up the course. But then again, what's under the course is the structures. So, but anyways, you have to look at it from an Ahrimanic worldly view. You got to get rid of it. It's all about materialism, and it's the truth, and children can't understand that. You know, but I don't feel alone. Don't be down. It's just another day, man. We got another year. Truthfully, the new year is March the 21st. That's when the new year officially started, before the system that we're in now. They give you the new year when everything's dead. When everything's dead. And used to it was be. Because September is the 7th. Why is it the 9th? Because it's not real. They changed it and kept that. Augustus is Caesar Augustus. August AU is the gold symbol. It's because of August being summer, the hottest, the sun summit, sun Helios, sun worship. You know, but you got to keep your mind busy. You know, because I thought about, see, in every experience, you got to grow more. We can't go in reverse. So I have to identify the emotions of looking at those fucking shoes, you know. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. And they don't know. They're children too, and having children. And he was like, yeah, I know it. Look at that. That's what they got me. And I'm like, fuck. That's why he didn't want to stay. There's cooler shit going on. But see, in order to see this for what it is, you got to get out of that shit. You got to get out of that shit. And people, y'all don't know, all these sounds and these carols and stuff, they're black magic. And they sing you into holy days, holidays, which were corrupted through materialism to where you got to go spend money when it's nothing about money. Not one bit about it at all. It has to do with, you know, we're supposed to go through spring and summer, growing whatever we can, wherever we are, and year round in other places. But you go into the fall, the sun's falling, and then you go into winter. Because, I mean, what comes to Earth is going to mimic what's up there. So that physical SUN dies for 3 months. And then as it crosses the equator, it springs back to life. It passes over. Easter, East Star. It's the East Star. Easter. The celebration just has to do with it crossing over the equator. That's it. It has nothing to do with Jesus resurrecting, and they turned it into that. We don't know. Nobody does. And that's the thing is they used the physical sun up there and gave that story to Jesus, when really and truthfully, would Jesus get up every day and go, let's go back to work again and get taxed, go get some pills, numbers on them, and get gadgets. Golly, look how cool these are. But see, children can't see that. No, he wouldn't. He would burn it all down, is what Jesus would do. And children will say, but I went to this big church. Yep, you're Ahriman. Lucifer runs Ahriman. We all have Ahriman in us. We have more Ahriman and Luciferian traits than we do Jesus Christ traits. That's a big deal. And whether you believe it or not, it's the truth. We can get into the physical side of the Bible, the astrological, the zodiacal side, the mushroom, Jesus, the disciples. Get into how the disciples too on your vertebrae, the 12 dorsal vertebrae, disciple, the organs are the nations coming out. When Jesus talks about going to heal the nations, he's coming out of the brain too and going to the organs. And when organs shut down, then the head of the church does, which is the brain, the body of Christ. You are an image of God. Now you're an image of AI. Big difference. And you get it in school. It's a huge Nazi fucking program. Big time fucking thing. They got Chrome Callaway golf balls. CHROME. Chrome books. Rome. And then CH38 and Rome. We know who you are. I do, at least. These fucking dummies that you've created are the dumbest fucking people that have ever walked this earth. And I got to give it to you. Y'all are very hardcore on what you do. But it's sad that a goy can see it. Like the whole fucking thing. I can see the whole 1900s and 1800s now. More than 1900s. Sort of like how y'all probably see it. But the 1800s are coming. But I'm still trying to put together like the Steiners and the Blavatskys, you know, all that shit was allowed to be out here. Y'all have allowed it. But there's things that they didn't know. Like, and now I have to somehow add some shit to it. Manly P. Hall, which if you listen enough of Manly P. Hall, I did years ago, you'll hear it in his voice. How horrible he feels for people, for Goy, on how they're just so misled. And see, a person like him, once you get to a certain point, these people realize, holy shit, I got to be careful about what I say. Because even though they're in some kind of RITE or club, they're still watched. Even these ones that think they're at the highest, they're not. You ain't nowhere near it. You're at the bottom, truthfully. But, oh no, I have devoted my life. They created you to devote your life and to go have ceremonies and shit. We know all about it. They trap the souls on the other side in these lodges. Certain lodges, not these little shit ones. These lodges that have huge magnetic fields around them. Caroline and Poltergeist. Don't go to the light. Souls have impulses. Consciousness goes with us. Transfers memory just like a phone. When it dies, the memory's in there. But anyways, just don't get too drunk on emotions, especially during the holidays, because I mean, you know, I did get angry at first, but it's not that or that individual buying that. It makes you feel almost defeated, because it's like, I'm worth every penny of what I do, and the people don't have it in them, if they have businesses, to say, listen, we got to fucking sit down for probably 100 hours that you won't get paid for those 100 hours, but you will down the road. We got to learn this motherfucker inside and out. We've got to learn how to pass it down to children who know how to fucking take care of it. Instead, you know what everybody does? Oh yeah, we're going to fuck off again tonight. All right, 5-year-old. And that's all I ever wanted from any one person during this whole journey. And here I am, we're working on 10 fucking years, and I'm still at the bottom of the fucking barrel. But that's where I'm supposed to be, and that's where you'll fucking be. And some of y'all that are struggling and nobody knows about it, if you can get better, you better do it, because you see how fucking much I get shunned and made fun of and all kinds of other shit. Well, y'all don't, because this is on YouTube, but you know, and we tried to help children, and unfortunate. And if you're not involved with Red Cross or something, man, you don't know who you're doing. It's like that. Those people make a profit, though. We don't. Me and a black lady, Juanita, and others. People just can't see that. And they don't even do shit. The ones that hate me, here's $1,000. You go, we're going to fuck off. We just donated $1,000. You got to give your time. And that's what we did. And you still made fun of us. And we're still sitting here. Clean as shit. Clean or thinking too. Not that toxic shit. Because most people, you know, a guy that's going to kick ass, get his year chip, and then see shit like that. Like, what if her boyfriend, his ex's boyfriend, bought a fucking pair of Jordans $500, and he's busted his ass just to get them $200. He's gonna fucking relapse if he's not comfortable in his recovery. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. And that's how this fucking thing's designed. These people don't understand what they do, and these children see it and want it, all because it's Ahriman. Ahriman represents all materialism. Jesus talks about it. Anything that has to do with the world is Ahriman. All AI, artificial intelligence, is Arimonic intelligence. I love you.